Hey everybody, this is a Battle Royale play-in game in Stratomatic football. This is a draft league team we put together by drafting units. Over 10 days, we play an entire regular season where every team plays every other team. We usually have between 15 and 18 teams. And then we play the playoffs. So this is the matchup between the 8 and 9 seed. So it's Dracut. Both teams finished 9 and 8. Dracut, no, I'm mispronouncing that, but they have Patrick Mahomes, Damian Harris, Mo Ali Cox, Zach Pascal, T.Y. Hilton. So they have the Indy receivers, the Indy tight ends, the Kansas City quarterbacks, New England running backs, and that's how you put your team together. So let's join the game. Joining in progress. There's another first down for Dracut, and they are now deep into Wixom territory. And this is the opening drive of the game, I believe. No, excuse me. Wixom went 3 and out, and then this is the second drive of the game. So this is the first one. So here we go. A short game there by Harris. He's got a really nice card guessed wrong. You got to guess him right. And of course, that's tough to do when the quarterback you're facing is Patrick Mahomes. You got those 2-6 tight ends with run blocks. Button hook to Damian Harris, guessed right. And it's going to hit a blank on Mahomes' card. That's Mahomes' only downfall is his flat pass card, which I think is weaker than it should be. For some reason, they dinged him there. So let's take a look at the defenses. Wixom runs a 4-3 average good defense. You see they have the Indianapolis Colts D-line with DeForest Buckner, Justin Houston, off tackle right to Harris. Nobody's in the zone. Guessed wrong. 6 rated defensive tackle, but it's called for the blocking rating of the onside tackle. That's the offensive tackle, and it gets Bobby Massey makes a block. That's the offensive line of the Chicago Bears. So 3rd and 2 at the 28. So the Indy defensive line paired with the Saints linebackers and Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone, Quan Alexander, and the Patriots DBs, Stephon Gilmore, Kyle Duggar, J.C. Jackson, Devin McCourty. So it's a pretty nice team we put together. We'll look at him on offense in a little bit. But I can give you a preview. It's Ryan Tannehill with Ronald Jones, his combo. Off tackle left to Rex Burkhead. I guess wrong, 18 yards. Burkhead takes it all the way down to the 10. Nice pickup. And that'll set up 1st and 10. 1st and goal to 10. Let me share out this link. Off tackle right to Harris. Guessed right. It's only going to pick up a yard. Guessed wrong. That would have been a 6-yard pickup. 2nd and goal inside the 9. No score. Dracut knocking on the door. Interesting matchup here of the mascots. Pitch out right to Harris. Guessed right. Nobody's in the zone. You have one of these good quarterbacks. Oh, look at that. Doesn't even matter. I was going to say, if you have one of these good quarterbacks, you're like, oh, he guessed run. I should have thrown it. The 6 was good, right or wrong, short gain. He would have key. Harris takes it in, and Dracut takes the first lead of the game. 6-0, 7-0 after Santos boots it through. So interesting matchup of the mascots. You got the Middies, which is a naval cadet, up against the Conquistadors. Wixom Conquistadors against the Dracut Middies. Oh, he takes it out deep with Isaiah Rodgers But he doesn't know about Dracut's coverage, which is 7-8 plus 12 plus 15 and plus 21 on 12. So he was shooting for that Snake Eyes touchdown, but 8 yards deep. That's a risky play, and he'll have to start at the 4. Off tackle left to Ronald Jones. Guessed wrong. No one in the zone is going to go for 5. Second and 5 at the 9. Off tackle left to Ronald Jones. Guessed right this time. D tackle is going to make that play. That is Derek Noddy. So let's take a look at how Dracut put their defense together. They have the Kansas City defensive line, 2 6s at defensive tackle, Chris Jones and Derek Noddy. Frank Clark at the other end. Their linebackers go 5-4-4 against the pass. AJ Klein, Tremaine Edmonds, and Matt Milano. Those are the Buffalo Bills linebackers. And the DBs are the Miami Dolphins. Fabian Howard, Byron Jones. Pitch out left to Jones on 3rd and 2. Guess right. It's going to pick up 12. Nobody's in the zone. A stuffed zone there would have been a loss of 2. So you got Tannehill, who's used to having a strong runner behind him in Derrick Henry. Look at that great guess wrong card on short passes and deep passes, really, in this era. He's got Ronald Jones, which people would never mistake for being on the same level as Derrick Henry, but he's got a decent card. He can hit some big numbers on the edges. Off tackle to Ronald Jones for 6. Look at that +2 long gain, or on a 2-roll long gain, on a 3-roll +34, a couple of short gains mixed in there. So decent card. Can frustrate you at times as an offensive coach, and not as good, of course, guess right. A lot of zeros and -1s. Button hook to Ronald Jones, nobody there, guess right. And because there was 5 men on the line of scrimmage, it stays on the guess right card of the receiver. If he had moved the coverage linebacker, it would have been +1. 3rd and 4. So we saw him on 3rd and 2 run it, end run, pick it up on the D card. This time he throws it. 4 men in zone, guessed wrong. And we saw how good Tannehill's card is, but it hits a blank on the receiver reading. 2 through 7 and 10 or first downs, and the 8 is a +50% first down on the receiver card. Gerald Everett can't bring it in. So another punt by Wixom. At least they got out of that hole they dug from starting the drive at the 4-yard line. Jakeem Grant is their kick returner, punt returner. That's another one of the units we draft. So now we got Damian Harris. And he has a limited number of carries. So he's got 9 rushes till his next fatigue. Pitch out left to Harris. Guess right. Can the tackle make the block? He's a 4. He does. Charles Leno. Makes the play. 33% chance of making that block, and he did it. Pitch out right to Harris, guessed wrong. So Mike's got plenty of runners. I mean, after Harris, he's got Burkhead, not quite as good, and he also has Sony Michel, not quite as good. Harris is definitely the star of the show, but he's got enough guys to run the ball that he feels comfortable keeping it on the ground, even with a great quarterback like Mahomes. 8 runs for 64 yards, averaging 8 yards per carry. Screen right to Harris. And it beats the 5-rated linebacker for 15 yards and a short gain. So 33% chance of that being a short gain, and a couple of blocks that were 33% chance of being made coming through. So 33% is working out for Mike so far today. Michael Stuckey is the coach of the Dracut Middies. And we got Wixom coached by, believe that is Nicholas Hall. Off tackle right to Harris. Picks up 4. Guessed wrong. So he wants those guessed wrong runs on the running backs card, but he wants them to hit one of those short gains most of the time. And it's pretty much been happening. Second and 6 in field goal range now. Inside run to Harris, going to pick up 5. On the D card, guessed wrong, but hit enough to make it a 3rd and short. We got the Otters joining us. That's Tyke. Right, Tyke, you need to get on here with a device you can connect with, because I'm going to need to go pick up my kids. They went on a run in the hills in a little bit, so I would love for you to take over play-by-play for a little bit. Quarterback sneak to Mahomes. Picks up 2, guessed wrong, guessed right. That would have been no gain. Ifs and buts for candy and nuts. We all have a Merry Christmas. 1st and 10 to 23. 2 long drives so far for Dracut. Dracut? Oh. Yeah, Dracut. I think Dracut. Off tackle right to Harris. Guessed wrong. Picks up 6. Through the ball possession. Again, both teams have had the ball twice. 3 and out for Wixom, and then a 6 and out. So 2 punts. And Dracut has gone on 2 long drives. One 9 plays, 77 yards that resulted in a touchdown. The other one, 7 plays for 49 yards so far. Into the drive TBD, 2nd and 4. Dracut up 7-0 over Wixom. The Middies, with their modern weapons and technology, getting the upper hand on the Conquistadors so far. Guessed wrong, hits a small number though, and that'll bring up another 3rd and 1. Can we get Wixom to call run here? So far, they've been content to call pass. Flood flats. Worried about Mahomes' card. Off tackle right, he does call run, and it's stuffed. Offensive onside guard, +5 or +0. One of the 4s failed to make the play this time. 33% chance didn't work out for Dracut, as Jermaine and Fady just missed it. But the field goal is good. We got a 2-score lead. First quarter is now over. We're now into the second quarter. We saw him take it out from 8 yards deep. He's going to take it out here. And he gets 37 yards. So that's why you take those chances. You hit those edge numbers. So it gives them good field position after starting the last drive at their 4. They start this time at their 37. Inside run to Ronald Jones, picks up 6. Off tackle right to Jones. Guest wrong, picks up 5. So here we see some effective guest wrong running for Wixom. It gets him a first down, gets him up to midfield or near midfield. Eight yards, guess right, hits the D card. Post to Tyler Higbee, going big, hits a blank on Tannehill's card. hoping to get that run call on second and short. Still would have been incomplete, but would have gave Michael a little pause there. Third and 2. Screen right to Fournette. Guessed right. 4 rated pass linebacker in the zone. Not doubled. Hits a 5. First down. No fumble as the Wixom quarterback wide receiver fumble pair is 0. So there will not be receiver fumble on that. Quarterback fumble rating is 0. If it was 2, you have 2 here. If it was 1, you have 1 here that would say fumble. So see if that comes up later on the game. Guess wrong run, or guess wrong short pass. 12 on Tannehill's 7 roll. And now Wixom is in field goal range. We're going to cut that to a 1-score game. Even doubled, that would have been a completion. Wrong right or double. Crossing banner to Diggs. Guessed right, Foreman in zone. And it's a must run for 15 yards. Takes it down to the 12. Wixom not just looking to score, looking to get in the end zone. Inside run to Jones. Guessed wrong, nobody there. Takes up 6. 2nd and 4 to 6. They go full house, Fournette and Jones. And Fournette's got a sneaky card where Gerald Everett is the blocking back. It's covered by a 4. It's down and out to Jones. It's covered by a 5. Defender extra short gain incomplete. So linebacker slaps it away. Matt Milano was up to the task. If he would have gone to Gerald Everett, that would have been a touchdown. 3rd and 4. The cat and mouse game is in full effect here. Run, pass, which zones do you plug? Let's see how the coaches do, how well they know each other. Not showing blitz. Off tackle right, so it's guessed wrong, but there's a man in the zone. Onside tackle, +3 or +0. He makes the block, brings up a 4th and 1. Fascinating call here. Brian Ramchick. There's no question, no hesitation. Nicholas says, go big or go home. 4th and 1 at the 3. They're going to go for it. Same formation, full house. Cole Beasley is the wide receiver, although he should have in Stephon Diggs here. Although maybe it won't make a difference. Yeah, I should have Stephon Diggs in here. You can put him in, or maybe you can't. We don't use looser subs, so I think that's right. So he's not going to be able to put him in and split in if he's flanker only. 4th and 1, sneak to Tannehill, guessed right. 2 through 7's a touchdown. Can the center make the block? He can. First down. Eric McCoy. So it didn't go on the quarterback's card, it went on the D card. 2 through 7, guessed right, was a touchdown on Tannehill's card. And it was lots of chances on the D card to make it. So 1st and goal at the 1. Well, you give it to Tannehill again. Gives it to Fournette, correctly keyed. The linebacker's a 0, though, and he cannot make the play. A 0 against the run. A.J. Klein comes up short. So 10-7. We got ourselves a game. Well, we always had ourselves a game. Both these teams ended up 9-8. Let's see what they did during the regular season against each other while we watch this kickoff. Dracut beat Wixom 17-10, so it was a 1-score game. Here's a return out to the 24. So this was Dracut Oh, I'm sorry. Wixom beat Dracut. 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 I keep saying Dracut. Dracut. So Dracut had a 10-9 lead at halftime, but they lost it on a late touchdown by Ronald Jones. So let's see if that might happen again. Early lead, giving it up late. Crossing pattern to Pascal. He's bringing some linebackers. A 72% chance, 88% chance, 48% chance, 32, 16, nothing. So he's got some chances for a sack if it's D and the black die. We're holding our breath. And there is no D. It's a 15-yard pass to a single covered Pascal. And it'll be 1st and 10 out to the 39. All those runs early. Mahomes, that was only his 4th pass attempt of the game, and we're midway through the second quarter. Off tackle right to Sony Michel, and Michel checks in. Give Damian Harris a break. And picks up 1. So he's got those short gains in the middle, but a little bit less effective is Michel than Damian Harris. And he has 12 more unfatigued carries. Pascal Hilton, so pitch out right to Michel. Guess wrong, he wants it on his card. Gets it on the D card, and it's still 12 yards and a 1st down into Wixom territory. 6 minutes to go in the half. Pitch out right to Michel. Guess wrong. Got 2-4 defensive ends here, but it's up to the offensive onside end, and that's Mo Alley Cox. He's a 6, matches the white die 6, and that makes it a 9-yard pickup. 2nd and 1. Michel's gotten the last 2 carries. Here in comes Burkhead on 2nd and short. Now he can catch a pass, but he's covered by a 6-rated linebacker named Demario Davis. Oh, wait a minute. In this formation, no, he's covered by a 4. Yeah, he's covered by Quan Alexander here. Pitch out right to Burkhead. Guess wrong. Hitting that 8 consistently on the D card for another 12 yards. Burkhead, 3 for 30. We saw Damian Harris running for like 8 yards a carry. Let's see what we got here. 4:48 to go. Dracut, you'd love to use more of the clock up. Find the end zone. So maybe some flat passes and runs here to eat some clock. But 4:48 to go. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it with this little bit of field left. Off tackle right. Called correctly. Defensive tackle +5 or +36, and DeForest Buckner's up to the call. So 2nd and 5. $4:12 to go in the half. Burkhead into the game. Inside run to Burkhead. Guess wrong. Nobody there. 7 yards on the D card. So again, let's look at that again. Wixom is good against average against the run, good against the pass. So maybe that explains why Dracut's keeping it on the ground here. Average against the run, good against the pass. Whereas on the other side, Dracut's good against the run, average against the pass. 3:36 to go. 1st and 10 at the 15. You can certainly get it inside 2 minutes. Guessed right run. Damian Harris is back in the game. This is going to cut down on his 8 yards per carry average. And now it's down to 6.5 as he gets a 2-yard gain on his own card. 2nd and 8. 3 minutes to go. Harris stays in there. He's only got 2 unfatigued carries left. He's carried about 13 times today for 84 yards. See if he'll let Mahomes throw it. 4-minute zone, guess wrong short pass. And it lands on the D card on the blank. 3rd and 8. Goes 3 wide. Michael Pittman comes into the game as the 3rd wide receiver. Burkhead can catch a short pass as well. Can catch a deep pass too. Let's see what Wixom does with their double teams. So again, that was the 5th pass of the game for Mahomes so far. Curl to T.Y. Hilton, single cover by a 6. And defender extra short gain goes on the D card again. So we'll have to settle for a field goal. So Wixom with the bend don't break defense holds them, keeps it to a single score game. Field goal's good. Cairo Santos nails it. And it's now 13-7. 15-yard return from the 3. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18. 2 minutes to go in the half. All 3 timeouts for Wixom. And remember, they got that Ronald Jones in there. It's got those big numbers on the edges. Can also go deep. Yeah, flanker only for Diggs. Brings in Gabriel Davis as a split in. It's got a nice card, yardage-wise. Pitch out left to Jones. Michael sensed it and keyed him. Blocking back, -4 or +1. That's going to be a 4-yard loss. My, oh my. 2nd and 14. Will he go again to the well, try to hit one of those edges on Jones's card? Or will he fire it up, try to go deep, beat who's the cornerback opposite Xavier Howard? It is beat Byron Jones on a deep pass. 1:30 to go. That took up 30 seconds or 22 seconds. Inside run to Jones. Guess wrong. Nobody's there in support, and it's going to go for 17 yards. If he would have just had it wouldn't have made a difference because he is in a 3-3-5 defense. So that's going to be a 1st down, and that gets Wixom to call their 1st timeout after being in the 2nd and 14 hole. Now we're back to that same kind of dilemma. Do you go ahead and call run against a great guess wrong runner? Inside run to Jones, guess wrong again. Wixom would love another 8 on the D card, but they get almost as good as an 8. They get a 7 on their own card for 15 yards and a 1st down. And now they're nearing midfield. They're thinking not just of getting into field goal range, but they have enough time here to find the end zone. Off tackle right to Jones. Guess wrong. Defensive tackle. Can he make the play? He can. Plus 3 yards. Chris Jones brings him down. Wixom goes hurry up. 52 seconds left. Still shy of midfield by a yard. 13 carries for 84 yards for Jones today. So both coaches have been able to run the ball well. Down and out to Jones. 4-minute zone. Guess right. Guarded by a 5, but it doesn't matter. It hits the D card plus 12. Remember, Dracut is good against the run, average against the pass. They switch it up and go to a base 4-3. 45 seconds to go. Wixom still has their timeout as they were able to get out of bounds on that play. Bomb to Diggs. Covered by a 6. Force free safety in the zone. A must run for 15 yards for Ryan Tannehill. And that's only Tannehill's 10th attempted pass of the day. Maybe a little bit more if he had another must run. But He's only like 4 for 9. So both coaches keeping it on the ground, moving the ball, getting results. So why tempt fate? Wixom uses their last timeout. 37 seconds to go here. Pitch out left to Jones. There's a man in the zone, and it's going to be offensive guard +4/+0. Can he get out of bounds? He can. He does not get any yards on that, but he's able to keep the clock stopped. 30 seconds to go. See what kind of formation he comes out in. He goes 3 wide. Rojo in the backfield. Higbee is the tight end. He's got the Bills receivers, Tennessee quarterback, Tampa Bay running backs, and the Rams tight ends. Curl to Gabriel Davis, single covered. 4-man zone, incomplete. 3rd and 10. Now, this is an interesting call because it's 22 seconds left in the half. If you don't pick up the first down, you're not going to be able to spike it if you stay in bounds. So if you get a must run that goes for less than 10, or you get sacked, then you could be in danger of missing out on the field goal. Will he try to fire it up? He will. So interesting scenario here. I might even show blitz on defense, daring him to try to go deep, increase the sack chances, and in the half with no points. Really, what Wixom wants is an incomplete pass or a completed pass and a first down. So he gets a must run for less than 10. That's it. He goes for a fly to Cole Beasley. Only Chris Jones has a chance for a sack, 45% chance. Incomplete. So he gets what he wants. But if he would have hit that must run, could have wound up ending the half with no points. Instead, Greg the Leg comes out. And the kick's good, so it'll be 13-10 at the half. These teams staying nick and tuck on each other in this elimination game. 10 teams made the playoffs in Battle Royale this year. So the 7 plays the 10, the 8 plays the 9 to see who advances to the quarterfinals. It's kind of like a playing game. A second left in the half, he'll probably just take a knee. And he takes a knee. Good half. 15 minutes to go in the third quarter as we await the kickoff. Let's take a look at the stats in a few minutes here. Again, I'm going to have to go run pick up my kids, so I'm going to leave for 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. Mahomes, 3 of 6 for 42 yards. Ryan Daniel, 3 of 11 for 29 yards. So not your typical NFL results here. So I'm going to be right back, guys. Let me see how they're doing. All right, I'm gonna go get my kids. I will be back almost to the trailhead. They have a little place above our house where they like to go run. Actually, they're still kind of far up there. Maybe I'll wait. They're supposed to text me when they get close, but they seem to be taking their time. Pretty good game, pretty close game. Both teams kind of following a similar strategy. It'll come down to turnovers and big plays. You're not going to throw an interception if you're not throwing the ball. And each team's calling a lot of pass, showing respect for the opposing quarterback. All right, here we go. We're underway again. So there will be a bit of a silent broadcast at some point, but I'll let you know when. Curl to T.Y. Hilton is going to pick up 12 on the receiver card. A little switch up on the defense. Wixom called pass and moved the linebackers up, exposing the flats. Maybe recognizing that Patty Mahomes' flat pass is not his strong suit in this set. And wanting to, if it goes on the D card on a run, have somebody in the zone. Mike picked up on that right away. Goes to the quick out right on the flat pass. It's a run call, and it'll be a 10-yard pickup and another first down. So after 3 pass completions in the entire first half, we've had 2 pass completions on the first 2 plays of the third quarter. Pitch out right to Michelle. Guessed wrong. 6-yard pickup. Now they're into Wixom territory again. We haven't had a lot of possession in this game. The teams have really, gone on some long drives. Both teams have. Dracut in the first half of the first half, and Wixom more in the second half. So touchdown, field goal, and they took a knee at the end of the half. So we only had 3 meaningful possessions, and Wixom went punt, touchdown, field goal. So they had 4 meaningful possessions. I'll tackle right to Burkhead. Guess wrong. Nobody there. Only picks up 2. That's where Burkhead's a little shakier than Harris or Michelle. He has a few spots where he's only going to get you a few yards. He sticks with Burkhead, though. He can go deep, covered by 4. Cox can go deep, covered by a 4. Pascal can go deep, covered by a 5. Doyle and Hilton are covered by 6s. So at some point, I expected a deep shot here on one of these third and shorts, second and shorts, and it might go to one of those, either Cox or Burkhead. Kind of needs it to land on the D card or on the quarterback's card because their receiver card isn't that great. Off tackle right, guessed right. Nobody's in the zone, but it's a 60 tackle. Only going to pick up a yard, 4th and 1. So that would have been snake eyes. Would that have been a good time to go deep? Yep, plus 27 on the on Mahomes card. He's going to go for it here on 4th and 1. He only needs a yard now, and Burkhead is, for a shortcomings guess wrong, pretty strong guess right. So feel confident going with a sneak or Burkhead off tackle, Burkhead linebacker. The linebacker here is a 4. Demario Davis is a 5 against the run. Quan Alexander is a 0. So no straight clues on which way he might run. The stronger blocking is also on the stronger side of the D card. Off tackle right, guess wrong, nobody there. 15 yards and a first down. If he had called run, it would have been stuffed for no gain. Into field goal range. Big play there. Off tackle right to Sony Michel. It's going to be a 7-yard pickup. Guessed wrong. So 6 carries for Michel today. Probably has about 8 through fatigue level 1. Burkhead has 5 left only. Slant to Mo Ali Cox. Guessed wrong for 3-minute zone. Covered by a 4. Hits for 14 yards on Cox's card down to the 8. Mahomes has already matched his 3 completions in the first half on this one drive. Goes to a full house. Trey Burton checks into the game as the blocking back. Burton's covered by a 4. Cox is covered by a 4. Guessed wrong. 4-minute zone. He wants it on the quarterback's card. And it hits on the D card receiver reading. Hits a blank. So the receivers are not helping out either one of these quarterbacks. We saw one on the other side to, goodness gracious, who was that to? One of their receiver readings. Gerald Everett, that's what it was. He couldn't help out his quarterback. 9:54 to go in the third quarter. This is the opening drive of the third quarter. Dracut looking to take a 2-score lead if they get a touchdown. They don't want to turn the ball over. It's a good pass defense for Wixom. Taking his time. Down and out to Burkhead. I believe he's covered by a 4. It doesn't matter. 4, 5, 6. Maybe he's covered by Demario Davis. When it goes on Patrick Mahomes' card, guessed wrong, you're in for good stuff. And that's plus 16 and a touchdown. So 20-10 now. Here comes Brian. I need one of you guys, Brian or Otters, to join me with a device that has a microphone, so I can have a color guy and maybe hand over play-by-play when I go to pick up my kids from they're on a run right now. And again, he takes it out from 8 yards deep. This time it's not too damaging as he gets it out to the 19. Looking for that straight touchdown on on 2. Instead, he gets plus 27. Rojo in the game. Big plays and turnovers. That's usually what the story of these playoff contests, of any contest in Stratomatic, really. The must run for 7 yards by Tannehill. Second and 3. Jones going to hit one of those big ones. Oh, wait a minute. We got a guess wrong bomb. Fly to Gabriel Davis. Hits the interception split. Oh, my stars and garters. That could have been a big play. Could have been a big play for either team. Excuse me. Where's my cough button? Guess right, that would have been picked off. But guess wrong, he had a lot of chances for some big gains there. 3rd and 3. He sensed the run call was coming, so he went deep. See if he does it again. He goes for a short pass. Guess wrong. That's a good landing spot for Tannehill's card. 3-minute zone, so defensive cards are in trouble too. Average pass even. He gets a long gain, 64 yards. That's going to be down to the 10-yard line. Muy peligroso to go. Guess wrong. Short pass with the run call. But, Tannehill only completed 3 passes all game until that one. That flipped the field in a hurry. Guess right, of course, would have been incomplete. Crossing pattern to Diggs, 4-minute zone, guess right. Incomplete. Speaking of incompletes, there it is. Complete on the D card. The other one was an 8, but you get my drift. Inside run to Jones. Guess wrong. There's nobody there. 7 yards. Excuse me. There was no linebacker support either. So that goes for a 17-yard run, which is good enough from the 10 to get you into the end zone. Forgot he was at the 10 for a second. And that makes it 20-17. Back to a 3-point game. We got a good one here, folks. What did I say? Big plays and turnovers. We've had a couple of big plays. No turnovers yet. Touchback for the Middies. So Wixom looking for Dracut to use up all their carries. Pitch out right to Michelle. They're happy to pick up 5, 6, 8 yards a carry. Keep moving those chains. Set up for a guess wrong pass to Mahomes. 6:36 to go in the third quarter. Man, I hope my kids better get back soon. I don't want to leave it during the most exciting part. Yeah, they should be back pretty soon. I'm watching. They're pretty close to the trailhead. Pitch out right to James White. He's going to pick up 9. And by kids, I don't mean like a 5 and 7-year-old I sent up to the mountains and said, go find your way. So my 15 and 16-year-old that are up there doing their trail run. Normally I'd be joining them walking the dog, but we had Stratomatic playoff football. Oh, it's a sack. Quick out right to Jack Doyle. Danico Autry gets past Bobby Massey and brings down Mahomes. 2nd and 11. He had an empty flat pass to shoot at, but his receiver couldn't get open after he chipped the tight end or chipped the defensive end. Couldn't get past the tight end and wound up getting Mahomes sacked. Pitch out right to Michelle. He sticks with the run call, but there's a man in the zone this time. The linebacker in the zone +0 or +4. He can't make the play. Matter of fact, yeah, it would have been a 5-yard gain without him in the zone, 4-yard gain with him in the zone. So he helped a little bit. 3rd and 7. Burkhead in there in a 3 wide. 8 runs for Michelle so far today. Curl to Hilton. Incomplete on the D card. Those good pass defense cards coming in handy today. So that'll force a punt. It's a 42-yard punt down to the 15. Isaiah McKenzie calls for the fair catch. So Wixom will take over there. As the momentum turned, is Wixom starting to pick up momentum? They got the stop. He got that crucial stop. You were down by 2 scores. You got the touchdown. Then you get the stop, even though, went out to midfield or close to midfield. He got it when he needed it. Dracut wary of calling run on that 8 roll. Would have been a receiver reading on a short pass. Maybe Gabriel Davis in there to stretch the field. Button hook to Fournette. He doubles Davis. Guessed right, covered by a 4. Incomplete on the receiver card. It'll be 3rd and 4. So despite that average pass defense, if you take away that 60-yarder to Davis, Dracut's been all over Wixom. But that 60-yarder did happen. 64-yarder to be exact. Off tackle right to Fournette. Guessed wrong. You need those defensive tackles to make a play, and they can't. Fournette picks up 4. Not a lot of linebacker movement by Michael today. Playing a 4-3, keeping those linebackers home. Tannehill is a better flat passer than Mahomes. Or maybe not. I see they look pretty similar. Off tackle right to Fournette. So guard can make the block. He can't. If he went the other way, that would have been Andres Pete, and he would have made the block. But rookie Cesar Ruiz having a hard time there with Chris Jones. Takes him down. Inside run to Jones. Guess right. 4-minute zone on the short pass. And the tackle is going to make the play. Chris Jones again. Back-to-back big plays for the big boy. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Curl to Cole Beasley. Single cover by a 4. He's doubling Gabriel Davis and John Brown. It's going to be 14 yards on Tannehill's card. Tannehill with a clutch 3rd down completion. The correct double team would have made it incomplete. 1st and 10. Wakes them out to their own 43. All these little crucial plays, they keep adding up. That can make the difference in the game. Bomb to Diggs. Covered by a 6 cornerback, and there's linebacker support coming. And the linebacker in the defensive back in zone is a 4. Bobby McCain can't make the play. Diggs gets past Xavier Howard, who was expecting help over the top, but didn't come. And suddenly, Wixom is in field goal range after that bomb. Run call on D. Slant to Gerald Everett. Gets wrong 4-minute zone. And it is an 11-yard pickup on the receiver card. 1st down, Wixom down to the 15. Got them a little bit on their heels. Now I got to go pick up my kids. So Otters, Tyke You probably have bowling or something. Can't pick up the play-by-play, so device is not connected. Okay, guys, we'll just do silent cast for now. I'll be back. That's a 14-yard pickup. That's going to be first and goal at the 1. Oh, my goodness. I'm almost tempted to make my kids walk back, but I got to go pick them up. So I'll be back. Let's see what happens with this drive. Go grab them. Pitch out left to Jones. Keen Tannehill. That's going to be a touchdown. 2 yards, touchdown. I will be back. Let me make sure the kickoff goes smoothly so there's no crash. So now Wixom is on top. Just like the regular season, Dracut led for most of the game, and Wixom got a touchdown in the fourth quarter to take the lead. This one's a little bit earlier, though. Dracut's got plenty. I keep saying Dracut. Dracut's got plenty of time to bring it back. 8 yards deep, and he'll sit on it. So I'll be right back. You and me? All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Third and goal to 2. Looks like Dracut has answered the drive. Let's go back through this. Sack on Mahomes. 25-yard hookup on 3rd and 2 to Mo Ali Cox. 15 yards to Sony Michel to hit a short gain. So we got a couple of good runs. A bomb to Mahomes finally opens it up a little bit. 3rd and goal to 2. Try to take it in right there on a sneak. Guessed wrong, but he couldn't do it. Let's see if he'll run it twice or try to crank it up with the golden boy, Patty Mahomes. There we go. Off tackle right to Burkhead. Nobody there. 60T. Guessed wrong. 3 yards. Touchdown. Back on top. This back and forth affair. Here goes. Dracut. Back up by 3 after the extra point's good. We are down to just 7 minutes to go in the game. Will he take it out 8 yards deep again? Or take a knee? He goes for it again. Gets the 37-yarder. Lucky he didn't start at the 4. That would have been very dangerous, but go big or go home. Got the second best result he could. 3 out of 36 chance. Okay. Now it's time for Wixom to answer. Slant to Higbee. 3 men in the zone, guessed right. Covered by a 4. 16 yards and a first down. He beats the 4. Close to midfield. Actually out to the 45. 6:18 to go. Maybe we'll see some double teaming here. When you get under 5, you can go 3-3-5. Let's see if Mike has that in his back pocket. Down and out to Jones. Incomplete on the quarterback's card. Good thing he didn't call run because that would have been a receiver reading. Second and 10. Rojo in there. Plenty of carries left. I think he's throwing a little bit more. No, actually not plenty of carries. That's only 2 carries left. Fournette must have more carries left then. Inside run to Jones. Guessed wrong. 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 6. Goes with a 3-wide set. Cole Beasley checks in as the 3rd wide receiver. Ronald Jones in the backfield. So you got a lot more targets here for Wixom that are covered by 4s or 0s. Higbee, Gabriel Davis, and Cole Beasley are covered by 4s or 0s. Quick out right to Higbee. Also, there's a 4 linebacker there. Linebacker in zone extra short gain, and all those 4s come back to bite Michael and his middies down to the 33. Mike's like, where is that 10 roll? Where's that bailout 10, -3 or -1? Rojo in the backfield, 2 tight end set. Higbee covered by a 4. Curl to Davis covered by a 4. Guessed right. 4:48 to go. Defender X got those 4s keep getting beat down to the 19-yard line. Excuse me. Off tackle left gets stuffed as the guard can't make the block. Second and 10, the 19. Ronald Jones into the first fatigue level. There's 3:36 to go. I'll tackle left. Guess wrong. There's a 6 defensive tackle there. Nobody in the zone, though. The guard, can he make the play this time? He can. Andres Pete sets up a 3rd and 5. Dracut wants to hold him to a field goal here. Hold him to a field goal opportunity. Get the ball back with a chance to win it at the end. Wixom needs a touchdown. They don't want to settle for a field goal. They stay in the 2 tight end set, I should say. And Dracut answers with a 3-3-5. Let's see, does he have some 0 linebackers against the run? I think he does. AJ Klein's a 0. I'll tackle left. Containment, if it's on the offensive card, it's going to be stopped by containment. And it's a 6-yard pickup, but it'll be stuffed. Fatigue minus the yard and then containment minus the yard. So 4th and 4. And let's see if anybody uses a timeout here. It'll be a Wixom field goal opportunity. If he had run to the outside, Ronald Jones, and run, guessed wrong on a 4, the linebacker was gone. That would have been a 25-yard pickup and a touchdown. No, 15-yard touchdown run. But here comes Greg Valeg to tie it up. Kicks up and good. And it's 27-27. 2:06 to go. And barring a touchback, well, it will be a touchback. So it'll be 2:06 to go. Tie game. Playoffs. What do you know? All right. Burkhead in the game in a 2 tight end set. Wixom responds with a 3-3-5. Let's see if Dracut tries to run him out of it to pitch out right to Burkhead. Guessed wrong. Can the defensive end make the play? He can't, but it's only a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. Burkhead's now into fatigue. I bet you all of them are in fatigue. Let's look at the box score. It's been so much guess wrong running today. So we got 13 carries for Harris, 12 carries for Burkhead, 11 carries for Michelle. So Michelle's got 2 more unfatigued carries left. He's going to try to run him out of that 3-3-5, and he does already. He switches to a 4-3. 2 minutes to go. He beat him deep one time with a Mo Alley Cox receiver connection. Second and 5. Crossing pattern to Pascal. Linebackers are coming. 14 yards on Mahomes' card. He says, I may have been used more as a decoy in the first half, but the second half it's been more your traditional Patrick Mahomes. I think he was 3 completions. Now he's got 11. Hold on 1 second. All right, I had to leave for a second. It was an 8-yard. Looks like a flat pass. Yeah, screen right to Michelle for 8 yards, and then a 2-yard run. The guard couldn't make the block. So 1st and 10, 46. 52 seconds to go in the game. Dracut's got all 3 timeouts, so no reason to panic time-wise. Just wants to get into field goal range. We'll take a look at his field goal kicker in a second. Michelle down to 1 unfatigued carry. But you can run fatigued. Nothing wrong with that. Hitch to Hilton. There's nobody there. He's been bringing the linebackers. Michael picked up on that. Guessed right on the quarterback's card. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. And he'll use one of those timeouts here. He doesn't. He goes hurry up. Interesting. Let's take a look at that field goal kicker. I think I would have preferred to have the timeout there, but I guess it doesn't matter in the end. He needs to get to the 32-yard line to have 2 through 9 and 12. Inside run to Michelle. Guess wrong. 7-yard pickup. He's down to the 34. Now he'll use one of those timeouts. So 2 more plays. That's why I would have used it earlier, because if you get like an out of bounds run or a flat pass or a short pass that gets out of bounds, you'd have a little bit more cushion here. Now you're down to just a handful of plays. You would have been anyway, but if all goes well, you get, hold on, slant to Molly Cox, 4-minute zone. D card could be dangerous, and it hits the 1 blank on Mahomes' card. That would have put him into good field goal range. So that's one play. So now with 15 seconds left, you got 15, 8, 1. You got 3 plays left. You need to get a few more yards to get out of that more difficult field goal range. And sensing he just needs to run, this is a cat and mouse game, man. Sensing he just needs to run for 5 yards, he called run last time, and the guess wrong short pass was the right answer, but just hit the wrong spot on Mahomes' guard. 15 seconds to go, 2nd and 10, 3-3-5 now, tempting into running the ball, knowing he does have 2 timeouts left, so he's definitely going to get 3 plays. Timeout at 8, timeout at 1. But he could have got more plays, because one of those plays might not have needed a timeout if he gets out of bounds. But we're at where we're at. Inside run, guess wrong, 1 man in zone. 22 yards. Michael says, I don't need no stinking extra timeouts. I got this. Busted down to the 12-yard line of Wixom. And now he's going to bring the field goal kicker out right away. Not going to waste any time. The kick is up. 2 through 10. 2 through 11 even, and it's good. Whew, big sigh of relief coming from Dracut. Did I say Dracut before? And that's it. That's the game, folks. He'll do a onside kick with the last second. Really, it's kind of like a pseudo squib kick. And the Middies advance. Great game. That was a great game. Really fun to broadcast. And we got the drop. Maybe you'll talk to him on Slack, but way to go, Michael. Excellent job. 27 first downs for the Middies. 422 yards. Both teams racked up the yards. Both teams were over 50% on 3rd downs. Both teams converted the lone 4th down. So just anything you can do, I can do better. Back and forth contest. And Mahomes proved just a little bit better. Or maybe it was the runners that was the difference. Damian Harris over 100 yards. Sony Michel 80 yards. Burke had 76 yards. Rojo carried the water himself with 111 yards. If it would have gone to overtime, I think Wixom's a little bit set up a little bit better with a dozen Leonard Fournette runs left. But Dracut survives. They advance to the final 8. Well done. Good season there by Nicholas. Just you get in the playoffs, you're going to be facing good teams. So, all All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Thanks for watching.